This episode is brought to you by Harry's. Claim your special trial offer by going to harrys.com/CAG.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 650. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who's also only available for a limited time, Wombat.
Yep, I died in March 2021.
I'm glad you got that reference.
Yep,
Thank you.
no problem.
We're all here for a limited time,
Yep,
and we should be wasting it listening and creating podcasts.
I'm going to survive the whole pandemic and then die instantly from the vaccine.
Right.
Isn't that how it works?
No, Wombat, what are you doing? You're
Is that
depressing
too much-
everybody.
Is that a bummer?
You're depressing everybody. It's way too early in the show to depress everybody. You need to wait at least to the 15-minute mark.
I wanted to stay on brand.
Right. Good. That's good. Shipwreck, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? Good?
I'm doing pretty good, I think. I don't know. How? I'm not really sure, actually. I think I'm good.
No, it's day by day, right?
Right. I think I would be doing a lot better once the gym starts opening. I'm having a hard time exercising, and it's making
Me too.
Right, but that's just the status quo. The pandemic hasn't changed anything. If anything, it's made you feel better about yourself. The pandemic, because now everybody's doing the same thing as you.
Yeah, I don't know if it's made me feel better about myself, but
Not worse.
not worse.
So yeah,
So,
I feel
so
like
are you back week 1 when Orange Theory opens up here?
that's the problem. It sucks. It sucks. I mean, I don't know. It's not good. It's not a good
You know what?
situation.
You're in good shape. You have
How do you know what kind of shape I am? All you can see is my head, basically. I'm wearing a black
know you
tarp.
better than you know.
Look, you can't even see anything.
So you're saying he should just go get COVID?
No, I don't think he has much to worry about.
I had
But-
ribs for lunch.
But he's
today.
still going to get COVID.
He
is-
might.
Is what you're wanting him to do.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, just making sure.
Shh.
No, I think I wouldn't go to the gym until there's a vaccine. I
What is it?
guess.
The JCC is open. That has a gym. That gym is open.
Orange Theory is open. You have to wear a mask, and they're only open at 30. You know, I looked through the schedule. Nobody's going, so I'm sure if I went, like, I could have like half the fucking place to myself. Would you go? Like in New York, it's like pretty. The virus is pretty like,
Oh well, there's been spikes ever since college started.
but not here.
No.
I could
We
get in a couple
had,
weeks, is what I'm saying. I
yeah.
feel like I could get in a couple weeks.
I
of
think you have to
Orange
wait until the school thing levels out and
Levels.
then levels.
Explodes, you mean? Skyrockets?
I'm trying to be hopeful. For those who don't know, school started in New York this week. My kids went to school. I believe your son went to school as well.
He did not.
He did not.
Next week.
Oh, he's next week, but he's going.
He's going twice a week.
Okay.
There's
yeah.
twice a week in school, twice a week online, and then there's this one mystery day that it's like Wednesday is the mystery day.
School wherever you want.
It's like, it's the follow-up day.
Is it like jury duty where you get a call the night before if you have to go in?
I think it's like it's up to you to find your learning path on that day, I feel. I'm not sure. It's just too much. I just sort
Your
of
learning path.
I don't know.
Weird.
I don't know. I'm just making. That's not the marketing materials that the school handed out.
I understand. I mean, for my daughter, it's red day, blue day, and it's either you have school twice a week or you have school 3 times a week because it alternates. And this week she only had school today, and that's it. And she doesn't have school again until Tuesday.
That's weird.
It was super weird. I don't know how they're doing it either. She went in today. It's
Pods.
very
They're doing
different.
pods.
Yeah. And Elliot has school every day. His class is down to a class size of 14. That's the whole class.
Right.
The desks are like isolated little islands. They have to wear masks all day, and they have these plastic barricades that like circle them when they're sitting at their desks.
Why don't they get those inflatable balls? Everybody gets their own ball, and
Well, I mean, I'll be honest.
That's gym class.
It could be worse. There is no more gym. The gym teacher walks in and they had to do a writing assignment for gym.
That would have been my dream in school.
I
I
know,
gotta
me
be
too.
honest. If I'm being completely honest, like high school me would have loved this situation because it would have removed like all the anxiety of having to, go to the prom. Like I was basically praying for a pandemic to come when it was prom time.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I know that's
Some
not.
social interaction is always nice. You had some friends.
Yeah, I
like
did,
the
but
idea of not having. I like the idea of not having to worry about going to the next classroom and listening for the bell. Like you sit at your desk and that's your
right,
desk all
the
day.
school comes to you.
The school comes to you, which was what I was saying, like a year ago. Like, I hope there's no reason to be moving these students around in the schools.
Well, they get a little exercise and they have.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
There's
There are
reasons.
reasons.
There's reasons to do
Well,
it.
there's recess and gym for that.
Not
Well,
no
some of these
reasons.
kids take different level classes and have different courses.
Not anymore.
We're completely remote. Like we had the choice whether or not to send or do remote.
Yeah.
We didn't do this half and half thing.
Right. I think we have a choice too.
Okay.
Yeah, we could have done completely remote, but the kids were getting so depressed being
Yeah,
home,
Ty's gonna-
especially Sabrina.
Yeah.
She needs to see people.
Right.
And I don't know. My school keeps showing up on the news. We were on the news yesterday and the day before. They keep showing us as look at Everett. This is the right way to do it. And I feel like you're just jinxing my schools by doing that every day. ABC, stop that.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course, they're just basically checking in on you.
Yeah.
They're establishing a baseline. Okay, we're starting with these guys. Let's see how they fuck it up, and then we'll be right there to swoop in. We'll know where all the best angles are because we've been here a few times before. It'll be great. It might be okay. It seems like
Yeah, it might.
people in New York, from what I've seen around me and around where I live in Long Island and in New York City, people are very careful. They wear masks even when they're outside. Even nobody's like, everybody's social distanced. I feel like it could work out.
I
That's all
hope
I'm saying.
so. I mean, my kids went to camp all summer. They went every day, 5 days a week. There were 0 cases of COVID
Awesome.
in the 7 weeks. 0. Because the rules were so incredibly strict, but everyone followed them.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
We're winning. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
looking at the control panel here.
What are you doing?
I'm making sure everything's
You're not
working.
paying attention.
I'm
attention
listening.
Pay attention
Enough.
to me.
Right, I heard you. So everything will be all right, everybody.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh, and to respond to the handful of people that said it in the comments, thank you. I am feeling much better this week
That's
than
good.
last week.
Yeah, I mean, if I like high school me, they told me, "Oh, there's no gym class." Do you think I was gonna be like, I'd be upset
Oh, I
there's no
would-
gym
no, I
class?
had- Oh, I was the nerd that got a get out of gym free pass from because I was president of the AV club.
Okay, we
So
don't want his
I-
hands getting injured because he's got to put the
No,
tapes in the
I had
VCRs.
the teacher that was the teacher advisor for it. He gave me an unlimited pass to be able to say I need to get out of this class to go work on an editing project for like the video yearbook or whatever nonsense I wanted to make up.
So, like when it
See,
came time
I-
to run the mile, you would just hand the pass in. You're like,
I
"I'm
would
not
hand the
running."
pass to
Did you
Mr.
do that?
Marlowe.
Literally do that?
Yeah, I would hand the pass to Mr. Marlowe and he'd go, "What is this? What is
this
this
shit?"
knocked? What is this? What is this bullshit? What
Yeah.
is this bullshit?
Exactly, it's bullshit.
You know
He
you
knew it.
need to be more like. You need to be more like your brother. Your brother never skipped out on gym." He used to say that to me.
Speaks the man, seems to speak the truth.
Speaks the truth. And then I would go, "Adios."
You make a lot of good points, Coach.
Yes.
But I'll
Go
got
ahead,
this editing project.
I gotta do it. It's not gonna do
Deadlines.
it itself.
This is literally the exact opposite of my feelings on PE, where everything was like, why are we actually going to exercise in here or what's the point of this? Why are we playing this mediocre brand of kickball here?
Oh, I remember getting very sweaty, and nobody took showers. Nobody.
No, we didn't do that.
Nobody. We had showers, but nobody ever took showers.
I don't
And
think
you had
anyone
to run
was
the
ever gonna
mile.
use them.
You have to run the mile in 7.5 minutes. Of course, you're going to be sweaty. I don't care what kind of shape you're in. You're going to be some sweat. There will be sweat. No, you didn't sweat when you ran the mile. I was dying. I was dying.
I'm sure I sweat a little bit, but not much at that point. Like, yeah, if I went and ran a mile in 7.5 minutes right now,
No,
I'm gonna
I'm
sweat
not
a little
asking.
bit.
I know that.
Right.
No, I mean, we got at least I had a change of clothes, but it's a bad situation. Of course, I never could do it. Never even came close. But luckily, they made me try over and over again, where I could just continually fail. Anyway, how about something uplifting? We're raising money for charity. The
That's
children's.
uplifting?
What's that?
That's uplifting.
It is. It is uplifting. The Children's Tumor Foundation contacted us and asked if we would raise money and awareness to their foundation,
That's a great cause. Please donate.
which in fact was started. It was founded by one of Mrs. Cheapy's colleagues. It was he didn't found it, but it was founded on his behalf when he was a child. He's the child in the Children's Tumor Foundation. Anyway, you can check out the website if you do exclamation point charity in the chat. You can get all the details how to donate, and you can see your name pop up on stream. Be pretty exciting. Wombat, you should do that when you get bored. When we start talking about some.
Open.
What's that?
I don't have the stream open.
Any excuse. Any
Yep.
excuse.
Yeah, I don't like people.
Right. Let's do some show feedback real quick.
Sure. Ray3 has to say, hey, Cheapy Wombat and Shipwreck, jumping on the bandwagon of trying to make you all feel old. I've been listening to the podcast since high school, and I just turned 27 this past July. While I'm not an avid gamer as I used to be, the CAGcast is something I've regularly listened to throughout the past decade, as it feels so familiar and casual, and you guys are so candid about your thoughts. I especially enjoy you guys' banters and hilarious conversations regarding everything other than gaming. Anyway, I have never commented throughout all these years, but I just wanted to say thank you for the countless hours of entertainment and grateful for all the laughter and joy you guys bring to the world just discussing what you love. Appreciate y'all. Stay safe and well out there. And he says to get better soon, Wombat. I do feel better. Thank you. Thank you. I crashed so hard that Friday, the day after the show last week.
Took a lot out of you. You did a good job. You were very funny, actually. I was listening to the show back when I was editing it. This guy doesn't sound sick. He sounds like on top of his game.
Yeah, I was so sick. I slept in. I had already taken the day off anyway, so I didn't have to think about work. And my wife was like shockingly nice to me the whole day. I sat on the couch. I put a blanket on myself, and I just didn't move for like a day and a half. And then I felt better. It's kind of how it works.
That's how getting better.
Rest and fluids. I drink a lot.
How
of
different
tea.
is that than, say, a normal weekend for you?
A normal weekend? Weekends, I'm rarely home during the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's on the move early.
We try to
So
do
there's
stuff.
no TV in the weekends? That's all during the week?
It depends. Sometimes most of the crazy TV, a lot of it would be during the week. Yeah.
But Wombat will do an activity very early on the weekend. He'll go
That's
with
true.
the family hiking. They're out of the house by like 9:30, and like they're done with the activity by lunchtime, and then they go home. Then they got the whole afternoon to watch Netflix. Am I warm?
No, there's a lot of truth to that one
Yeah.
too. Yes, we are. Yeah.
We don't get out of our house till like 12:30, so
It depends. Yeah. I mean, well, now it's different a little bit because Sabrina likes to sleep in, but we also will sometimes just not take her. So
That's an option.
it is an option.
It's always an option.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
We have this one from Who Frog. Wombat, you finally did it. You got me to play Fortnite. Listening to you on last week's CAGcast and
Another
watching
indie
you
win.
stream pushed me over the edge. I've had fun with it. Even got a few wins under my belt. So I've been getting so many comments from people over the last week or two since the Marvel content came out.
Yeah, me too.
Just a lot of people who've never bought a season pass before who
Yep.
bought it that are asking
Somebody just texted me that they did that, and I can't remember who it was.
But I mean, I appreciate it. I really do. Keep sending me those messages if you have questions.
Oh,
I've been getting a lot of questions. Feel free. I'm happy to answer your questions, and I do. I enjoy it. we're having a good time this season, so join the fun.
Right.
And also, I recommend the Fortnite chat on the Cheap Ass Gamer Discord channel.
I saw you holding court in there earlier.
They're nice. It's a nice chat room full of nice people just talking about the Fortnites.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Camp and Kev said he bought the season pass. He said it's the first season pass he ever bought in a video game, and he bought the Marvel Fortnite season pass.
Mm-hmm.
There was too much value.
I have a feeling that this Marvel thing might have been a good idea.
They should stick with it.
I have a sneaking suspicion.
I mean,
Frog even goes on to say in the chat that he actually learned some tips by watching me play.
Really?
Do you
learn things by watching me?
Do you think Epic wishes they would have waited until after this Marvel thing to pull it off of Apple?
Yeah.
It's
one last
kind of
hurrah.
crazy. There's also this part of me that's like, maybe it wouldn't have mattered as much. I mean, obviously they would have made more money, but I guess the question is how much more we'll never
20-something%. They say they make about 20-something%.
Yes,
from
but
mobile.
even with that 20%, that's only on the iPhone. It doesn't mean that those people are like, well, I guess I'll just play it on my Switch, or I guess I'll just play it on my PlayStation 4 now, because I'm sure a lot of people that had iPhones.
Yeah, I mean, Epic
out of that 20%, it might only be 15. Is what I'm saying.
Epic Games is still a private company, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they could do whatever they want. Like maybe they don't care about making all the money. Maybe it's worth it to them to make this statement. Look,
I'm pretty sure they care about making all the money.
I think they're like making all the money, and I think the Marvel thing helps them make all the money.
But I mean, not all,
sure
because they already
see
blew
some,
part of it away.
Yeah,
I think Tencent in general likes to make all the money.
I think we're going to see some more licensed seasons from Fortnite in the near future as well.
I think Tencent has already done very well in their investment. And
you think they're good then? They're just like,
Well, they don't. Unfortunately, they do not own the majority of the company. And they maybe knew what they were getting into ahead of time. Maybe you're not buying this. Tim Sweeney is just wants to make his point.
Cannon?
What's that?
Think he's a loose cannon?
He's not a loose cannon, but he's gonna. Yeah, I guess he's a loose cannon. Yeah, I like your narrative better. And his name should be Tom Sweeney.
So what would I know the answer for Shipwreck is none, but for you, Cheapy, is there any license that would get you to buy a Fortnite season pass?
Oh, that's a very good question, Wombat.
The answer is always RoboCop.
I know. I was gonna say, but RoboCop would probably just be a skin that they would probably charge more for than a season pass.
To be honest, I don't know if there is one.
Knight Rider, Knight Rider, RoboCop,
the 80s action bundle.
Yes.
Yeah. If they had the car and David Hasselhoff, I think you have to be pretty much into that. And it was $10. Is it $10 like the Marvel one?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, the Marvel one's
I'm in for $10. Sure.
Although I did get the Silver Surfer.
I saw that big spender.
Well, I had the V-Bucks. I actually didn't have to spend any money. But
how much was that? How much is that? What's the retail on that?
It was $20 for the whole package. If I didn't already have the V-Bucks. Now I'm V-Bucks lean, but I still already have enough to get the next season pass though. Still, so we're in good shape.
Godspeed.
Yeah, thank you.
Extreme 74 in the chat asked if G.I. Joe would bring me to Fortnite. No.
What?
I don't like battle royale games. I've tried them.
But what if they they have like those parties and you could bring your G.I. Joe characters to the parties and jump up and down.
I could just watch it on YouTube though.
But it's not the same as you jumping up and down as far as somebody else.
I don't want to see a bunch of people jumping up and down. That's not what I enjoy.
It's fun. What's wrong with you? Don't you like fun?
I don't.
You know what? He doesn't want. I said I've already. It's fine. He doesn't have to like it. I would never make him try. Cheapy, I think there's a chance with you, but
yeah,
you
of course.
Ever
You're right. I would for $10. I'm in. Like, to be honest, I should buy the Marvel one.
You should. It's only 2. We're only in week 2. I mean, I don't
even want to play it. I would only do it because when Diplo goes in and has his DJ sets.
Nah, you would get all the 100 levels. You could do it. Fairly quickly too.
I wouldn't.
You,
I don't like it.
I'm already level 38.
I don't like it. I don't even.
But you like it. That's the difference. You like it.
Right. It's good that you like it. I'm happy. But I like
Right.
even Call of Duty Warzone. Like I don't even play that anymore.
Yeah, it's because that game takes up all your hard drive space.
No, it's not.
I know.
I mean, it might, but that's
It's
not why I don't
probably
play
not the reason he stopped playing.
it. It's
Like,
still there.
I really enjoy this, but I really wish I had that hard drive space.
Just a peace of mind in case something comes along.
Right, just in case,
Exactly.
like,
Oh,
like
so
a
much
Warzone
space.
update.
I don't know. I think you would enjoy playing around a Fortnite with me. They have the
I'm
new
sure I
Crazy
would.
Taxi mode.
I love taxis.
It's Crazy Taxi. They put Crazy Taxi in Fortnite.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Does
you
it
pick
say
up.
Crazy Taxi?
It doesn't say Crazy Taxi, but it does play like knockoff Offspring music when you're in your cab.
I get it.
Yeah,
Alright.
and you pick up someone and you take them to the location. You
Doesn't
get
sound
your
like
points
RoboCop
and-
to me. Sounds like a
No,
lot
it's
of
not
not a lot of RoboCop in that scenario.
There's no RoboCop in that scenario.
I know. That's my point.
I know.
What else? Oh, I have a classic feedback update. The only reason that you're getting this update is because I used the old show's outline template for this show, and this was this was the show feedback from that old show, and I happen to have an update. So I've been going to Ping Pod a lot, and
You have to read the comment.
oh, sorry, yeah, thank you, Wombat, thank you, I appreciate it. At least you're paying.
No one
attention.
knows what you're talking about.
Thank
except for me
you.
and Chip.
I'm right there with you. Tone C says that Ping Pod place sounds pretty neat. Yes, please. Yes, please. Live stream from it. So I don't know if you remember, but I've mentioned this streamer before, Mikey, who's a New York City bike messenger. He wears like a $3,000 backpack that allows him to stream 1080p, 60 frame per second video, basically anywhere in the world, I think. And he's a bike messenger, so he does like Uber Eats and stuff around Manhattan, and it's really cool to watch this awesome footage of him riding the bike through the city while he listens to classic rock. Wombat, you would really like it actually because he listens to your kind of music, and it's not your typical Twitch stream. He's a young guy, but he's not like a bro type guy. He's like very wholesome. And he listens to classic rock. Like I wouldn't think that any like 26-year-old would listen to classic rock, but what do I know? Anyway, I've been chatting with him in his chat, and he wants to play table tennis with me, and I think he's going to live stream it. So we're trying to put that together. He just actually texted me before the show. So I'm very excited to try to put that together and spread table tennis. He's got like 10 times the audience that we have. So I want to spread table tennis as far and wide as I can. You understand? So I'm very excited.
Oh,
about
you're
that.
still talking?
I'm excited. And I want to show everybody how a 47-year-old man can beat a 26-year-old man.
So
Hopefully.
what $10 thing would get you into table tennis, Wombat? How can-
Marvel, I guess. Maybe.
Marvel?
Yeah.
Could get you a Marvel paddle?
Give me a Marvel battle. I bet those exist.
Oh,
Those
they do.
have
I
to
had a
exist.
Spider-Man one growing up.
Of course. All Spider-Man, everything.
Mhm.
Anyway, the guy's name is Mikey. If you want to check out his Twitch channel, MIEKII. I'm excited. I don't know when we're going to do it because we haven't set it up yet, but that's the plan. Ping Pod battle. Should we do some watch this bitches? There's a lot of stuff,
There's a lot here.
but it's a lot of good stuff though.
Yeah.
Did you wind up watching Class Action Park?
I didn't. I queued it up, and then you'll laugh at me, but I watched the new
Ugh.
episode of Guy's Grocery Games instead.
What? What the fuck is that even? What? Guys, groceries?
Games.
It's a cooking game
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
It's like Supermarket Sweep and one of these cooking.
It's like Supermarket
Contest.
Sweep meets Chopped.
You disrespected the audience. You knew I watched Class Action Park.
I want to
Actually,
hear more
pe-
about this
people-
specific episode of Guys Grocery Games.
I mean, it was a pretty good one, to be honest. They
Uh-huh.
they did guys grocery list was the challenge, where they had a 7-item list, and they had to use all 7 items before the show ended, and the items made no sense together, so they had to kind of make it work, and it was sort of interesting to watch them cook, and yeah. It was
Did
it
Guy
was a
come
little
up with
predictable on the winner,
a
though.
creative way to say go without them realizing it?
Yes, he
Okay.
did. Shipwreck has watched this show.
Elvenstein in chat, or Elvenstein if he's not Jewish. How does Chibi not know what Guy's Grocery Games is? I mean, I don't know what a lot of TV shows are, probably.
You know what the worst thing is? I bet if you watched an episode,
I'm
you
sure I would
enjoy
like it. I'd like a
You
lot
would
of
like
things.
it.
Wombat.
You would like it. You would
Wombat.
like it. I know. I'm not telling you to watch it. I'm just saying I know you'd like it.
I try to watch. I watched so much TV as a child, and I've come to realize how much TV I've watched as a child. One of these DJs who I watch on Twitch, because that's like one of the. That's what I watch now instead of TV shows.
Which is somehow better.
I don't know. I'm just listening to music while I cook or something. The guy in the background, he had all 80s commercials playing, all 80s TV commercials, like cereals. I knew every one of them. I knew all of them because I've always watched so much TV. And now I'm so happy I don't know what Guy's Grocery Games is.
It's on Hulu. You can watch an episode.
Great, I'm sure I could. But let's talk about the good content that I've watched that has meaning and has depth. Like Class Action Park on HBO Max. So there was an amusement park called Action Park that was notoriously very dangerous. It was in New Jersey. Wombat, you have gone to this park, correct? Action Park?
Yes, I have.
How many times?
Just honestly, it may be twice, but I definitely once. It's possible I went twice, and I'm literally combining 2 trips into one.
I thought nobody ever went twice.
No, I'm right with you, Wombat. I know I definitely went once. I probably went twice.
Because my son asked me, because I had the thing up when I was going to watch it, and he goes, "Did you ever go?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Who did you go with?" And I can remember clearly going with multiple friends, but not multiple friends that would have gone together. And that's when I started to piece together, like, Usual Suspect style, that maybe I went more than one time.
Right. Okay. It makes sense. Yeah.
Doesn't it?
I remember. So anyway, the documentary is all about the park. They have interviews with the park owner's son and people who went to the park, and they have a fair amount of footage. A lot of it they're showing on over and over again because there's just a limited amount of footage from the park. But it's all about how this park owner, he was, had no engineering experience. Nobody who worked there had engineering experience. The guy just wanted to make like a crazy theme park where you could do whatever you wanted. And when he would make a ride, he would just build something. He'd have an idea, draw it. He is not an engineer, didn't know anything. Would just make it, and then they would have mannequins, and they would put the mannequins in the rides. And if once like the parts started falling off the mannequins, then they would begin the human testing. And then the guy would have to bribe the park employees $100 to go down these rides. Like they wanted the most notorious ride. Well, there's 2 notorious rides. One of them was a water slide that does a complete loop-de-loop.
Yes.
And people got stuck in the top, and then people would bump into them from behind. Would just get piled up. Anyway, it's just like it's too disgusting to even talk about. Like
I don't want
testing.
it because it's the kind of thing that makes me nauseous. So let's not talk about.
But I remember going, and they had this thing called Raging Rapids. Do you remember the Raging Rapids, Wombat? That was like the inner tube, where you could have like 3 or 4 people in it, and it was originally designed to be like a normal amusement park where it's like a lazy river or something.
Yeah.
But the guy, the owner was like, "That's boring. Let's replicate a Class D Rapids or something." I don't know what class it was, but some real class of rapids. And they're like, "No, you can't do that. Like people will just die." So they compromised and went somewhere in between. And I remember riding that, and I remember falling out of the tube like soon, like multiple times, because the whole thing is people just like, you're coming down and then you're trying to hold on to the walls. So it's just like Fall Guys. You're trying to hold on to the other tubes and like crash them, and you're trying to stop the ride from being over. So you hold on to the wall while you're going down, and then like there's like a whole jam of tubes, and then people are getting dumped, and the bottom of the that's the thing that's holding all the water and everything. The bottom, it's not designed to be stepped on by people. So people get like electrocuted, they get their feet all cut up, and it's crazy. But it's interesting how they talk about how like back in the 80s, parents would just let their kids go to stuff like this, no problem. And now parents wouldn't let their kids even go like down the street without a phone. You know,
And a mask.
and a mask. It was interesting. I would recommend it though if you have HBO Max. See, I would also recommend Lovecraft Country.
Country, is it good?
Yeah, it's really cool. We watched the first 2 episodes. It's really weird. If you're looking for something very unique, I would definitely recommend it. I don't have any Lovecraft experience, Wombat. I feel like you would probably have a lot of Lovecraft experience.
I don't know why, but I feel like that's an insult.
It's not. It's just an
Little bit.
observation.
A little
It's like
bit.
it's a little bit of an insult, right?
A little bit. A little bit. You were telling a little bit. Am I right? Am I right or wrong?
I have enough.
Okay,
I
good.
don't know.
I have this much somehow. Somehow I don't even know how. I feel like I would really like it because everything that I've seen that say it's references that I seem to enjoy, including Lovecraft Country. So I heard the 3rd episode is really good, but we haven't watched that yet. But I would recommend it.
Okay.
Definitely. And I continue to recommend The Vow, which is also on. These are all HBO Max right here. We need to be sponsored by HBO Max. Or not. Still watch it. The Vow is really good, Wombat. How come you won't watch that?
I don't know. I haven't gotten around to it.
Too many episodes
I'm
of
waiting for
Guy's
HBO
Grocer
Max.
Games.
I'm waiting for HBO Max to be in 4K.
What? Who gives a shit?
I do.
I gotta say, there's something wrong with the audio on HBO Max on the Xbox. I feel like the voice levels are too low compared to the rest of the audio on every show,
Okay.
and only
I'll
on
take your word
HBO
for it.
Max. Fix it. All right.
Well,
What
I'll
else?
get on that. I watched Magic Camp on Disney Plus. That's a good family movie. If you
Okay.
want to watch something with your children, you can watch Magic Camp.
They're back to school. We're done.
Shipwreck's kids are gonna.
I don't know what
be-
Magic Camp is.
It's about camp for magicians.
Never would have guessed.
And the kids, wait. And the ragtag group of kids that don't know how to do magic, they have to compete against the other bunk that's really good at magic. And maybe their layabout counselor will turn himself around and really start to believe in these kids and teach them how to do magic. But I don't want to give anything away.
You should watch
It's
Summer
a movie.
Camp.
It's a movie you've seen about 100 times.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I won't be watching. I'm so glad you watched that and not.
I watched
Yeah,
that
these
with
other
my
movies.
family because it's a
They
family
could do
movie.
something else. There's plenty of rooms in the house.
Wow. Some people.
You should watch Summer Camp Nightmare with your family.
I also watched Project Power
The Netflix movie with Jamie Foxx.
with Jamie Foxx and Joseph
It
Gordon-Levitt.
looks horrible just from the
I
trailer.
watched that when I was sick on the couch.
It must
and
be.
I'm like,
It must be dumber than the old guard.
it is. If the old guard. Wait, is this
It's
to say
RoboCop 3. Are we saying it's a full RoboCop 3?
oh no! It's
RoboCop 4.
It's RoboCop 4. Project Power is so bad.
This is the one where they like take a drug or whatever and get powers for 5 minutes.
Random powers.
Yes. Yeah, random powers.
Including you could be a bomb.
Yeah,
That's a power.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
bomb.
That's a thing. Like some people take it and then
Side effects.
they just blow up.
Could you just be a fart? Like, oh, I turned into a fart?
I mean, I assume so. There doesn't seem to be any rules.
Right. I
It's-
can't watch any movie where the rules aren't defined clearly. like that.
There's literally no rules. It's just you take the pill, and then you get a power for 5 minutes, and the source of these powers is Jamie Foxx's daughter that's being held in a secret lab, and Jamie Foxx is trying to get her back.
Horrible. Sounds horrible.
It's pretty terrible.
Yeah. All right.
I watched the whole thing. It's laughably bad. Again, I was sick on the couch, so at least I have that excuse.
Please, how about you watch Lovecraft Country, and then we'll have a show we could talk about every week. It's only we've only watched 2 episodes. You could catch up in no time, and then we could have a back and forth at least.
That's something that could happen. I mean, I did already see Project Power.
You're running out of stuff. How many episodes of Guy's Grocery Games?
There's
are
like 10 seasons of guys.
Oh,
No, there's
God.
more than that show's been on for a decade. By the way, GB.
Forget it. Well, while we're talking,
Look, as soon as Damaris Phillips is in Lovecraft Country, I will watch it.
I don't know what that means.
I know you don't know what that means.
While we're talking about Netflix, Cobra Kai is on Netflix now. Watch that at least, Wombat.
No, I won't watch. You have a better chance with Lovecraft Country.
Why? You didn't
Although
like
The
Karate
Boys
Kid?
starts
You don't
up
like
again
Karate
tomorrow,
Kid?
too. Not really.
Really? Don't you have
Yeah.
heart?
He's got a game
No.
coming out.
Oh yeah, it
Me
looks
too.
bad.
I'm going to play that.
That looks bad.
That's all right.
They have fire. The graphics look bad, and the characters seem to have fireballs or ice.
That
things.
sounds okay to me.
All right. I don't know.
Great.
I don't know.
Wombat's allowed to watch his terrible TV shows.
All right. Right. You can play
Allowed to
the
get
Cobra
enjoyment
Kai
out of
game.
questionable video
I'm
games.
gonna say that Guy's Grocery Games is not a terrible TV show.
No, that's fine. It just has
Shipwreck
no
is going to
value.
play the Cobra Kai game without having watched the Cobra Kai show. Or it's a Karate Kid game or Cobra Kai game?
Doesn't matter.
I think it's the same thing.
Like, I don't know.
I played the Karate Kid 2 game on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what that one was like.
Oh, that was it was a side scroller and you were Daniel-san and you're in Okinawa and stuff flies at him and you die in about 8 seconds.
Did you get to trim any bonsai trees?
I don't recall. I feel like there may have been a chopstick getting flies thing,
Ooh,
but I could be making that up.
that's the first movie.
Yes, I understand that. Hey, someone actually confirmed that. You did have to catch flies with chopsticks.
Oh, DJ Had says that Power, what's it called? Project Power is better than the old guard.
It is not.
See, now that's something I can get into. I could watch that and see which is worse.
You know what? You could watch the first 10 minutes of Project Power and make a decision.
Okay.
Yeah, like you could. That
He
would
thinks I'm going to
be-
get hooked.
Yeah, and you can watch the whole thing, and then next week you can tell me how stupid I am for not liking it.
Okay.
Am I the
fine,
only
too.
one of us that watched the new Bill and Ted?
No. Yeah, I didn't.
Yes, you are the only one.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he said.
Wombat was reading the
did
chat while he was
I thought he
answering
said,
your question.
"Did anyone?"
That's the problem when we do these live shows. We all fall victim
Really?
to that.
I figured that was the one thing that we were all going to unite around.
Well,
I
we're
know.
getting there, Ship. We watched Bogus Journey. Ty and
Okay.
I watched Bogus Journey.
What did Ty think about that? That's a weird movie.
It's a very weird movie. He liked it a lot. He
Okay,
liked it a
cool.
lot. And then today, I made him watch the Red Letter Media review of Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey combined, which is a cool hour of film, of soft film criticism. He hung in there, man. He hung in there for the whole thing. I think he really didn't want to go upstairs and do Japanese homework, but he did. It was great. I mean, they brought up a lot of good points, and I would recommend anybody who likes those movies watch the Red Letter
How is
Media.
Face the Music?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I would recommend anybody that likes those movies watch Face the Music.
They did a good job. Did they make
did.
it as weird as Bogus Journey?
No, I mean it treads some of the same ground, but it's its own story.
But I mean, is it like with the weirdness level?
No,
Like-
no, it's not. It's not nearly the weirdness level.
Okay.
But there's few movies that pull off the weirdness level of Bogus Journey.
Yeah.
This one's very heartwarming, and it's a very enjoyable movie to watch. It's not like overly funny. It's not like overly anything. But the clip of those movies is what makes them work so well. Like Bill and Ted are just constantly on to the next thing. Like in those movies, there's no like dead time in a Bill and Ted movie.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of it in Bogus Journey, but
Right. Yeah. it's the first half of that is a little slow.
this one is not slow ever.
Right.
And it's an hour and a half long.
Perfect. I love
Right.
that.
It's like you're to the end of it before you know it.
Right. You know how they have those, I would pay more to get like, abbreviated versions of movies these days. Instead of it's like a reverse director's cut. I don't know what you call that.
It's
Ladies'
amazing
cut.
how well they step back into the roles of Bill and Ted after so
They're
long.
professionals.
I was gonna say, yeah, I know, but is seeing Keanu Reeves distracting at all?
No.
No.
He's Ted.
He's an actor, Wombat.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's almost like he knows he's Keanu Reeves and he downplays that. Like he's consciously aware of like, hey, I'm this big superstar actor. I have to act extra hard at being Ted, and he pulls it off.
It's good. I mean, we're going to watch it. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Maybe by next week. All right. that's it for Watch This Bitches, I think.
It's a lot of it.
Let's move on to, there's some big news. It's time to talk about Harry's. Wombat, there's big news. You don't even know about this, Wombat. Harry's just came out with their sharpest blades ever. And there's more big news. They're not raising the price. The other companies, they come out with some new thing, and like, oh, but we got to raise the price. Not Harry's. Not Harry's. The new sharper blades are still as low as $2 each, Wombat. Wombat, tell us what you love about Harry's.
I love how great it makes me look. Look.
Nice, Wombat.
Don't I look like I got a nice trim face today?
Trim face. That's
Trim
That's
face.
what they called you in college, right?
That's right. That's what they call me. There's only one way.
Go on.
There's only one way
Go
to
on,
get
trim
this
face.
kind of face,
Yes.
and that's with Harry's razors. And I'm gonna let you take it from here because I can't.
Absolutely. We're all very excited about Harry's new sharper blades. I love all their products. I've got the full lineup of the soaps, the face, the aftershave balm, the face wash with the scrub in it. It's all awesome. And that's why I look so young. Coming up on my 47th birthday. Shipwreck, you all right over there?
Yes. That's
These
the best
new
nickname
blades,
for Wombat
Shipwreck.
ever.
What's that?
It's the best nickname for Wombat ever.
Of course. You know, these new blades, Ship, they're so sharp that in a study with guys shaving 4 times a week, the guys reported that with Harry's new blades, their eighth shave was just as smooth as their first. Wombat, how do they deliver such quality blades at such a low price?
Harry's owns a German factory that has been honing razor blades for 100 years. They source their steel from Sweden and own the entire manufacturing project from R&D to the factory floor. This allows them to keep prices low and confidently stand by a 100% quality guarantee on Harry's.com. Harry's is convenient. Blades are delivered directly to your door on your schedule with or without a subscription.
So give Harry's sharpest blades ever a try. Harry's has an amazing offer for listeners of our show. New U.S. customers can redeem a Harry's trial set at harrys.com/CAG. You'll get a 5-blade razor featuring their new sharper blades, a weighted handle foaming shave gel with aloe, and a travel cover to protect your blade when you're on the go. Just go to harrys.com/CAG and redeem your trial offer today. I mean, who's not going to go get their trial offer after that commercial? That was just excitement in a bottle. You couldn't even capture that again if you tried.
I'm sweating now. I know that.
It's excitement. I
Yes.
can't wait to use those new sharper blades. Let's move on to the new releases.
Excellent. I got one in the mail today. Best Buy delivered early.
I
Nice.
saw that they were selling them in the store a day early too, I believe.
Yes. So
And?
I've played only about, I don't know, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes of Tony Hawk.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all you need to do.
They got it right.
Yay.
They did it. It feels like Tony Hawk. They've added a bunch of new menus and challenges and things, so there's enough new content there. I will say that the graphics are so much better that it's a little bit more difficult to play, because like just simple things of like in the school level where you're doing you're grinding on the bells, wall writing on the bells.
Yeah.
Like in the old game, it's like, oh, there's a bell over there. You can clearly see it because it's
Right, there's other details now.
right. There's no other detail besides that bell. Now it's like, oh, they've fully featured this level. Apparently, the mall is out of business in the mall level. Like, I can't even remember. Like, was the mall out of business in the old ones? It wasn't, right? Like, it was in business.
That I couldn't say.
I don't know.
I assumed it was in business. This one now is completely, it's gone. It's a mall in 2020.
Sad.
But yeah, it controls well though. My kids were enjoying watching me play it. Dashiell was concerned that he wasn't going to see a level again, and I had to explain to him, no, we play the same level like hundreds of times with every character.
Get used to it. Get used to these levels, kid.
Right. It blew his mind on the mall level when you get to the end of it and you pop back out at the beginning. He like looked at me like, what? Wait, what just happened? How did we get back here?
Science.
Yeah. So I will be playing a lot of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, the remastering.
Yeah, I gotta get that. I'm gonna buy that.
It's crazy to me that they sold this for $40.
You think they should just charge 60?
I think they should have.
I think I'm fine without it.
Maybe does it have Spider-Man in it?
I don't know.
I don't know that it
Wolverine?
does.
No split screen, right?
Let me check the back of the box.
Check that box. I'm doubting it.
Multiplayer 2, online multiplayer 2 to 8.
Nah. That's no.
Multiplayer 2. What does that mean?
That means you can play multiplayer. 2 players to 8 players. That's
Well, no, that it's two separate things. There's
Oh.
an online multiplayer that's 2 to 8, and then there's
Okay.
just multiplayer that's 2.
oh.
So that's probably split screen.
Maybe it's
I
like
hate that the descriptors on these back of these games tell
Oh.
you absolutely nothing.
Co-Optimus would have the information. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do
I do
understand what
understand
you're
that.
saying.
My keyboard is too noisy, or is it not noisy enough? I'm not sure. I could find out. It must be on the front page. You would think.
Mm.
What else?
Also, Best Buy sent me my copy of Avengers today as well.
What else did you get that you haven't played?
I mean, we've all played the beta, and I have a feeling we have to play that again, right? In the full game.
Yeah, but I think it's like broken out differently. But
That's why I
yes.
didn't do it. Yes.
Right. That's why I got so far into the beta. I'm like, all right, I'm good for now. I don't need to keep going in this story.
Yep.
I'm very much looking forward to it, though.
Exciting.
Mhm.
yeah.
Hopefully we'll get our copies tomorrow too, Cheapy.
Is
Why?
that from Verizon?
Oh, from Verizon, right?
Verizon.
Dealing them out.
Who should I be?
What would happen if Verizon was like 7 days late in getting those codes out?
That would be annoying, but at
What
least
would you do, Wombat? What would you
I
do?
would play the game in 7 days. I
Yeah.
think it's pretty much what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just checking. I was curious. How about if they were 2 weeks late?
It's probably the same situation.
3 weeks?
Same same situation we're going with here.
A month?
No, I still get it though, right?
You're
In
gonna wait a
this
month.
situation,
You're gonna
I
wait a
still-
month to play this game if you don't
I
get
mean,
it.
What else am I doing? Waiting. I'm sitting around waiting, watching Lovecraft Country, waiting for my Avengers
You
game.
better be watching that.
I don't believe you. I think if I was playing this game, and it was 3 days afterwards that you were still waiting for this code, I think you would buy the game.
We'll find out.
By the way, Sid
I hope we don't find
Sambury.
out. I hope you
I
get the
know.
game.
Sid Sambury says that it is Tony Hawk is split screen.
He should write the back of the box descriptions.
Yeah, they need help.
Right.
I've been playing. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Tuhu Luna Nights on the Xbox. Tuhu. I started that before
Oh.
we did the show.
Okay.
I played a little bit of that because it's new on Game Pass, and it looked interesting. It's like a, Metroidvania style. It's more Castlevania maybe than Metroid in its style. I did have to adjust the controls though because the default controls are pretty awful. Because if they have the jump on B and the throwing things on A. And I'm like, no, this has got to move around because I kept going to jump and throwing stuff.
Right.
It has a unique time element to it where you can freeze time or pause time, and that's kind of fun. And again, you're throwing blades and you're running around and you're unlocking new abilities. It's nothing you haven't played before, but it seems to be kind of interesting. And again, that's Wombat's Game Pass corner of the week because it's there.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. I like those Castlevania games.
Yeah,
Someone in the chat, Erna Semper says it looks like Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that look.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I said, it's something you haven't seen before, but that doesn't mean that that's a bad thing.
What else?
NBA 2K21 starts its reign as one of the best-selling video games of the next year.
Pretty cool. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
solution.
that Sims 4 Star Wars thing came out.
Are you gonna get it?
No, but it came out.
Is it on? That's on console too, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on everything.
Party Hard 2 came out? I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Oh, and Party Hard 2 came out.
I should have called it Party Harder. Maybe not.
There's a lot of
They
games
should
I
have
want to
called
play
it
this week.
Andrew WK's Party Hard.
That's the DLC.
You just
What
give
el-
everyone a bloody nose.
What else? There's a game
think
called
that's it.
Spinach.
Spinch.
Oh, Spinch.
Spinch. You're
Yeah.
giving away copies of it on your Twitter
Right.
handle.
I mean, Spinch.
You're literally doing a promotion for that game as we speak.
We're doing a promotion soon to give away Avengers stuff.
Nice.
Mark Brooks. You know Mark Brooks?
Uh-huh. Yep, big fan.
Autographed Avengers thing. Steel
Mark
box.
Brooks?
Unless it falls through, in which case we won't. Not a
Who's Mark-
guarantee.
Who's Mark Brooks?
He's a artist.
Is he?
I think so.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
I Googled him. He's my age.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Mark Brooks, comic book artist. Look at that.
Does good work on the comic books.
Yep.
Yep.
What else?
I'm just saying, I've read some of those things. Look at that.
I've seen his pictures before.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can win, Wombat. I think
Maybe
there's
if
six.
I
I
don't
bet he
get
has
if
a
I
good
don't get it.
signature. I bet he signs nice.
Extreme 74 in the chat says I have worked with Mark Brooks. Great guy.
There you
I
go.
don't doubt it. I like comics. I finally got Ellie to start reading comics on the Marvel Unlimited app this week.
Nice.
Somehow this week it clicked in.
Yeah, he's getting bored.
He was like, "Can I read these when I go to the bathroom?" I'm like, "That's the whole point."
Hope he's got his own iPad. Hope he's not
Yes,
using
he
your
does.
iPad. It's gonna be a lot of duty on that. Duty
That's
remnants.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
That's it.
Well, how do you know?
'Cause I know.
It's up to Shipwreck to say that's it.
Okay, Shipwreck, say that's it.
I think I'm playing some stuff, but I don't think it's out till next week, so I can talk about it next week.
Fantastic then. Let's move on to Wombat's fortnightly news.
That's you, Wombat.
Alexa just chimed in.
Oh,
I know.
Wombat didn't chime in.
I'm trying to
chime
figure
in.
out what Shipwreck's playing that doesn't come out until next week. Anyway,
But I just threw it to you to do your fortnightly
I know, I
news.
was
You're not
thinking.
supposed to be doing research.
fortnightly news. What do we got here? I'm like, am I supposed to read this comment first? I didn't put it there.
It's your time to shine.
Oh,
this
is
is
it
your
my time?
You can do anything you want with it. I
You
just
know
put
what's
these
sad? I
things
don't even
on
have
here.
anything else open. I'm just
right.
like,
You can screw it
out
up
of
if you want to. It's up to you.
Right.
And-
It's your time to fly or sink. Sink
well,
or
there's not
swim.
much here, so okay. So L Train said this on Twitter. Early CAGbag question for Wombat: which is your favorite of the Fortnite Hollow styles, and why is it Groot? Also, who will you pay to finish that grind for you? So, for those who don't know, Cheapy and Shipwreck included,
Yes.
there's once you unlock all the skins, you can get variations of the skins in silver, gold, and holographic. It's the same skins, just in silver, gold, and holographic, but you have to get to level 200 to get all the holographic skins. And I've already, mentally resigned myself to knowing that I am not getting all of those holographic skins. There's also part of me that doesn't need those holographic skins, so probably none of them. Maybe. I mean, I may get them just by default. I hit 175 last season, but I'm not gonna grind it out to get all those holograms. It seems like too much work.
It's good. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Yep. It doesn't seem like fun. And I did see this one. Ubisoft apologizes for Tom Clancy game imagery that suggests Black Lives Matters is part of a terrorist plot.
I
That
watched that
video was-
video.
That video was bad.
It's like I don't know. I can't even.
Is it because they're French? Is that the problem?
No, because they have the same protest going on in France.
Oh, I don't know. I was trying to maybe they just didn't realize like they're on the other side of the ocean.
Right.
I was trying to think of like a reason.
When Howard Stern first went to Sirius, he had a black fist as his logo.
Uh-huh.
But even he figured out a couple of years ago that, hey, wait, this is the Black Power fist. Maybe I shouldn't be co-opting it for my white radio show. So he changed the logo. Like nobody asked him or anything. He just like realized, like, yeah, this is probably dumb to have this as my logo. But to make a whole, to make a whole game based around it is something completely different. And so what do they? Do they say they're going to change it? Like they're going to?
They took it out.
They took it out of the
Yeah,
game.
They took it out. I'm sure there's plenty of other questionable things in their game because it is
Right, but they
Ubisoft.
missed that.
I,
That's the most obvious thing. Like
Yeah,
literally
I
the
mean-
symbol. Yeah, but
Ubisoft
this
is
like
not the greatest moral compass for their games. I mean,
right. This is a mobile game, right?
it's a
Yeah,
mobile
yeah.
game, yeah.
They
So
don't,
who
people don't
cares?
pay attention, right? Like,
No.
there's just where can I get those microtransactions? Where can I pay? So today was a big day for Nintendo. I guess. I don't know. People seem very excited about this Mario 35 years celebration,
Look.
which
People like Super Mario.
they do. Super Mario.
Super Mario. They like
They
They
like
don't
any
like
Mario.
regular Mario. Regular Mario was not a huge hit. I
No.
like regular Mario.
I like that game too.
Sure.
But people like the Super one.
Okay.
They like playing it on every Nintendo device Nintendo has ever put out.
It never
Some
gets
that they
it ne-
haven't.
Yeah.
It never gets boring or uninteresting. The
No, and
level
they-
of excitement is exactly the same.
They don't want new Super Mario. They only want something they've already played,
Is that true? I don't know.
but they want to play it on the thing they have now. I don't know. That seems to be what I got from the internet today. That seems to be the prevailing idea here. That, yay, Nintendo finally announced new Mario, and it's exactly what I like, which is old Mario.
It's not new Mario.
I could just play what I know on the thing I got now.
Or that I could buy.
Yeah.
So I will admit I pre-ordered the Super Mario 3D All-Stars.
That does not surprise me in any way, shape, or form.
I do not want to play Super Mario 64 again. I have played that game enough.
I was gonna say I remember like I played that not that long ago where I don't feel like I need to play that again.
It's a good game, but I've played it.
Sure.
I've played it enough.
That's what the 3DS launch title was that the last time I played that? Was it the 3DS? I don't know.
It definitely
Doesn't
came
matter.
out for 3DS. I don't.
Or
was
or is it
around
just
launch.
a regular
I
two?
can't remember if it was launch or
Was it
not.
just a regular DS? It all blends together.
I don't. Yeah, I don't remember at this point. We've played Super Mario 64 before. Is the point?
So wait, does that mean you're not getting?
At least twice.
No, I am.
played-
I got Super Mario 3D All Stars, but I don't know that I'm going to play. It comes with 3 games in there, right?
Yeah,
It's got Super
I can
Mario
see playing
64.
Sunshine again.
Sunshine, I never finished because
It was on the GameCube.
yes, and I was playing. I was playing at that point. I really was into the Xbox aesthetic of games,
Mm-hmm.
and
You were
uh,
too busy playing Conquer like a real man.
that was 360, wasn't it? No, Conquer was.
Conquer
Man,
was
original.
Xbox.
Yeah, it was original Xbox. I was too busy playing Conquer like a real man. And then it comes with Super Mario Galaxy as well.
Yeah.
So Mario Galaxy's a great game that I want to play with my kids because they'll enjoy that. Sunshine, I think my daughter will like as well. I think they could have thrown Mario Galaxy 2 on this without too big of a jump there. But I'm guessing in another 10 years, we'll get that on a different compilation. That'll be part of the 45th anniversary of Mario.
I'm more of a 2D Mario guy anyway. Although I did finish Galaxy 1. Actually, I finished all 3 of those at some point in my life. So, I don't know.
It's nice to you can play these. At the same time, it always comes back to the like, okay, but why did you just stop at the 3, Nintendo? Like,
You know why?
I know why.
What do you
But
mean?
it's annoying. It's annoying.
And
that, like,
it's a timed release, whatever that
no,
nonsense.
that's not this. That's Super Mario Brothers 35.
Oh, so what's in Super Mario Brothers 35?
That Super Mario Brothers 35 is a battle royale. So that's an online, like Tetris 99 style of game, but with Mario.
And that's that game they're gonna pull off shelves. What's the one they're gonna pull off shelves?
It's not on shelves. It's a online Nintendo Switch game,
Okay.
right? I think that's just
Right.
digital.
That
No,
makes
it
sense.
says leading the celebration. Wait, oh, Super Mario 3D All Stars. There'll be a limited run of Super Mario 3D All Stars, starting with its September 18th launch and ending March 31st, 2021. So you can only buy
Sure.
3D All Stars between September 18th and March 31st.
Why?
Great.
Why?
I don't know because I mean it just seems because I don't know because
Because
when
that's
they
how you get more people to buy it then.
yeah, because people think, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to buy it and play those games. And I need to be able to play Mario Sunshine again, even though I haven't thought about Mario Sunshine in 10 years. And who cares about Cyberpunk? It's Mario Sunshine. Did I do it right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You nailed it.
thanks.
All right, everybody enjoy it. That mode sounds interesting to me. The battle royale thing. Like I watched a
Sure.
little clip of that. I mean, that sounds kind of fun. But
And that's going to be a free to play?
if you have the subscription,
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I don't know. I'm not that interested. But I'll
I
play
mean, I
that.
have a subscription, so I'm all for a free game that goes with thing you already paid for. So
Right. That's your brand.
that's like totally my thing, yeah. And also the Game and Watch.
Right.
What do you think? The Game and Watch looks cool. I don't need it, but that looks cool.
I'm not going to play Super Mario Brothers 1. Right?
No, you can play it on your Switch.
I can play Super Mario Brothers 1 on a lot of stuff.
No, you can only play it on your Switch.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, those are the rules now.
It's $50 for that thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. $50.
Zin. They knew it. That's why they're doing it.
Oh, I don't know that I'm in. I just think it's they'll sell a lot of them at that price.
Oh, sure.
I don't know that I have a great deal of interest in that because it literally is just going to come into my house and then get stuck in a drawer.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Right.
Why don't you just send $50 direct to Nintendo? That way you can save the draw space. Could work.
I could just put the $50 in the drawer.
Why do they just oh, that's right, because this is a whole Mario thing. I feel like they kind of chinched out on this one, too. Like, why not put Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3 on the Game & Watch?
Well,
I don't know.
because they probably could sell those again.
Yeah, right? I mean, that's it, right? For $50 a pop to play Super Mario Brothers.
Let's move on to Sony. Enough Nintendo.
Let's
Too
move on.
much.
You're going to skip past the rest of these Mario ones.
There's more and more. I mean, it's like I know people are excited, but like, come on already. Enough.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, I love the little plumber man as much as anybody else.
I
mean,
spent
like
a lot
said,
of time playing Super
I've
Mario
played
Brothers.
all of these games. It's not a question of liking or disliking. It's just I get it. You're just gonna repackage and re-release everything.
Right. Everybody, it's all the rage now. Haven't you heard?
I mean, it
Yes.
makes sense. They've got a popular Switch
Yeah.
going right now.
Mhm.
These are games that those generations of players have not played before.
You know, it's funny though. Some of them are actually available on the on the virtual console though too.
The Virtual Console.
The whatever the, when you have the online service,
Nintendo Online service.
the Nintendo games that you get
Nah, it's-
by having the online service. What do they call it?
Oh, the Fun Games of the Month Club.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
Trim
bunch of
Face.
those. Yeah. I played Rygar the other day on that.
I love
you?
Rygar.
I know. My daughter's like, "This is dumb. Why are you playing this?" I'm like, "You have no class."
Right. What do you know about Rygar?
Exactly.
By the way, big shout out to everybody in the chat. We've raised $335 for the
That's
Children's Tumor
awesome.
Foundation. So thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to Sony.
And Darkness in the chat is saying this coming from the guy that bought Skyrim 45 times. To be fair, I only bought Skyrim once. They sent me the remastered version of
45
Skyrim
times.
for the second time.
44 times.
So, no, I only bought one copy of Skyrim.
In your face.
I've bought
In
a
the
lot of
face.
copies of Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
I am very excited to actually play that again.
Mm-hmm.
Tony
Skyrim?
Hawk.
Tony Hawk didn't come out for Switch, right?
I don't.
No,
think
but you
so.
could do one in the game.
Dude, this guy knows skateboarding too? Holy shit.
Come on, that was clever.
Lovecraft and skateboarding. I mean, this guy is a real renaissance.
That's why
man.
they call me Trimface.
Sony, there was like some news / controversy. An item appeared on an Ubisoft tech support site, which was giving information about the next gen consoles backwards compatibility, and it basically said that PS5 is only going to be backwards compatible with PS4 games. That statement has since been removed from the Ubisoft website. I'm sure after they were contacted by Sony, so why the fuck would you put that on your website now when our machine's not out yet? Why do people need to know?
I think it was probably just hard coded in with the fists that they had to remove from the. It was all one package.
It's not their week over at Ubisoft.
Right.
It's never their week at Ubisoft unless we're looking at the
No.
profits.
Well, ever since they cut out grab ass Thursdays, morale has just gone completely downhill.
Anyway, so it sounds like that's probably true, that the PS5 will probably only be backwards compatible with the PS4. If I had to guess, it's not confirmed,
Is
obviously.
this really a thing?
Do
I
people
know we say
care?
it a
That's what I'm
lot.
asking. Like, do people really care? Because the Sony executives say, yes, it's a often requested feature, but when we look at the numbers and see like the time spent on people playing with it, those numbers are very low and it doesn't make sense, really.
I mean, there's certain things that I'm, obviously mixed on. I having just played Portal 1 and 2 with my son for the first time and having such a nice time doing that. But I don't know. There's also that part of me that's like, but PlayStation 1 games? Is that really a thing? Like, people are like, oh,
Yeah,
I guess.
PlayStation 1 had a lot of great games.
I'm not saying it didn't have a lot of great games. I'm just saying, is that what are you getting a PlayStation 5? Are you going to spend $400 in November, or $500 in November, and the first thing you're going to do with it is go, can't wait to play those old games that I have?
I think it's more of like, I like what Microsoft's doing in that it's creating an ecosystem of like, I know these games are going to carry forward or have a good chance of carrying forward. So it's more likely to like, if I'm going to buy a digital game, I'm going to buy the Xbox version because I'm going to be able to have that going forward.
Yes, that's also different though, because these PS1 games aren't digital.
They
for the
are.
most part.
I bought
Oh.
digital copies of a lot of these on PSP.
PSP, right. I'm just can't wait for the Siphon Filter 35-year collection. It's going to be fantastic.
You have about 10 years to go.
I'm sorry. I can wait.
Mhm.
Very patient.
I'm just
Very
saying. You have
I
about
mean,
10 years.
it would be cool if there was a whole library.
Yes,
like,
of course it would.
It would be nice if, yes, like with your.
It would be very good for
P-
the business and the industry.
The same
in
way that
general.
Nintendo does it. We just talked about how I played Rygar. It's nice that it's just there. I get, that's kind of cool. I'm not knocking that. It's just not my go-to when I'm like, oh, it's not the reason I'm getting a console.
I gotta think though, like Shipwreck says, it creates an ecosystem. It's got to be good business for the console for either Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo. The more
I mean,
games-
Microsoft has already proven that it's good business.
yeah,
To
it's
be
just
able
more
to
stuff.
turn on your console and be like, oh, why do I have, so many games all of a sudden? Oh, because they're, I remember when they first were folding in the backwards compatibility and you turn it on and it would say, oh, you have a game to download. I'm like, what game do I have?
Oh, it's adding your old library from the.
But
Xbox
it was
360.
adding those old games
Yeah,
into
yeah,
my
yeah.
library. And I'm like, that's cool.
But it makes sense because it's more games they can include with Game Pass. They can, it's just more. This is when people talk about the long tail. That's what what it really refers to, not a length of time. It's about having a store that's full of basically everything. That's why Amazon's a success. If you have just more old games, it's just more shit for people to buy. It doesn't take up space. It seems like a win-win scenario. So I believe what Sony's saying is true, that when it comes from time to actually spend playing the games, yeah, those older games probably do not, generate that many hours. But people would still probably buy them anyway and not play them.
Right.
I just it can't hurt. It just can't hurt. Like if you had a virtual Dunkin' Donuts, right? And you could sell 30 kinds of donuts, or for no extra expense for yourself, offer 3,000 types of donuts, you would probably sell 3,000 types of donuts.
It obviously is an extra expense for them, though.
Yeah, the problem is the extra expense for Sony.
Right.
That they're not
Well, Sony at this point, there's a problem. Yeah, they have a hardware problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not a problem. It's a choice. They have a hardware choice.
Well, they made the problem themselves. They made a choice.
I don't know that they made a problem.
I think choice is the problem.
They locked themselves out of doing something that what Microsoft is doing. They denied themselves.
They did, but
an
at
angle.
the same time, Microsoft is locking themselves into something as well.
Sure, I think, but I think it's got to pay off. I feel like it's just.
I think both of them will have successful futures.
Correct. I agree. Let's move on to what? To Cheapy's stupid PC corner. There's big PC news this week, Wombat. Do you know what it was?
Some card of some sort.
What kind of card? Be more specific.
A processing card?
Yes. Be a little more specific.
A graphics processor? A graphic processor unit? Is that what I'm supposed to call it?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You nailed it.
Thanks.
It's the 3000 series of GPUs, the latest and greatest.
So that's essentially like getting a new console.
The crazy thing is
part of a new console.
Yeah.
Right.
Like this is like the main upgrade though. Like this
Correct.
This is the
well,
big.
it depends on if it's either an upgrade or it's part of the whole upgrade. Like cuz you're going to need a decent CPU as well.
But for the most part, like my computer, I was going to talk about this anyway, but like my computer, I said I need a new CPU. So like this, if I bought this GPU, it wouldn't help me at all.
Right.
But now
buying a whole thing.
I want to wait till I can get the new cards available in a pre-built computer.
Right. So whereas this thing is reasonably priced on its own, you would think.
Correct. They are very reasonably priced, actually, for some reason.
But then once you factor in all the rest of the
what
stuff,
is a reasonable price?
you're still $2,000 in.
The 3070 is like $450, I believe.
It's
so the
somewhere
same
around
price
five-
as approximately the
500,
same
like
price as a new console.
It's under 500, I believe.
Okay, console priced.
But the crazy thing is, like, I haven't read too much about this, but it seems like this is a really big leap, like a really huge leap from the last generation of GPUs. So, like, the 3080 card, which is $700, is 20 times faster than the previous. It's the previous version of that card.
They're $499 and $799. Thank you.
$799 or $699?
$799 according to the chat room.
Okay. 20 times faster than the previous model.
Okay, and what plays in that 20? What does that do? What am I going to see that's so different?
Well, nothing, because it would just be a card that you're holding in your hand because you don't have anything to play
If I was
into.
in your house and your fancy new computer, what would I see?
I would be able to, you'd be able to play. It's really for 4K gaming. I don't have a 4K monitor, and I don't actually believe that 4K is
You don't believe
matter.
in 4K monitoring?
I don't believe that, what am I, like 2 feet here? I don't know like how much difference
I
that's
don't
going to
believe
make.
in Beatles. I
That-
just believe in me.
I just want to be able to play the game and maybe stream it without the computer dying. For me personally, like it's really only Microsoft Flight Simulator that this computer can't handle because it needs CPU action. That's the only thing that has defeated Camp and Kev's Big Mac computer here. Oh, the Whopper. Sorry, not the Big Mac. The Whopper. The Windows 7 Whopper. But yeah, so here's some comment here from Garzilla3. He says, I have a question. Anybody getting one of these 3000 series GPUs and passing on the new consoles, considering more and more titles are being released on PC, and there doesn't seem to be any way the new consoles can compete with these cards. The cards are very powerful. He says also these cards are real. They have a price and seem to actually be coming out. The console, who knows? I know, like, for us, I don't think so, but for some people, probably. I think some people who have like older PCs see this $500 car option and say like, wow, this is going to like really significantly upgrade my gaming PC. Like 20 times is a lot. I don't know if you can fathom that. It's a lot. Anyway.
It's a lot more that you're going to be sinking in though.
Of course, yeah. If you're going to buy a new box with this, it's like you're spending over $2,000 or more.
Yeah, you're gonna spend $2,000.
I'll stick with my one-time purchase box.
Yeah,
well, I mean, Cheapy and I have had these PCs that we've been running for. You've had yours for 8 years or something.
8 years, but I put new graphics cards in them twice.
Oh, twice. Okay.
Twice, yeah.
I've upgraded my graphics card once on mine, and I think I've had mine similar time frame.
I fucked up, and I probably should have just done it once. I tried to do SLI, which was like stupid. You know what SLI is, Wombat?
Nope.
Guess.
I wasn't paying attention.
Wah, wah.
SLI? I have no idea.
It's when you have two of the same graphics card and you're like doubling up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Double up the graphics cards.
Okay. Is that so you can play the same game on two different monitors?
You can triple them up too. It's just more power, more graphical. It's like plugging in two Xboxes and playing the same game.
It's like eating 3 tacos at the same time.
Not really, though. It does sound good, though. I would do that right now.
I could go for good tacos.
Yeah. So maybe I'll get a new computer next month. I
could go for. I'd rather get tacos.
Are you getting a new one?
Yeah, I think so. I want to put. Look at this. Hold on.
Oh,
I have this. Okay, look at this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a dildo?
And I have this. Look at these flight stick action I have. It's double flight.
Is that a butt plug and a dildo?
I bought this. I don't even know why I bought this. I bought this, I think, when Elite Dangerous came out. Elite Dangerous? Is that even a thing? I don't even know.
Yes, that is an actual game, yeah.
I bought it, and like it was like the beta or something, and it was like, and then I don't know what happened. I stopped playing. I just went, it's so big, like you wind up putting it away, and then it just gets dusty, and then you don't want to touch it. But I feel like I already have it, but I can't use it on Microsoft Flight Simulator because it won't really run on this computer.
You feel like you need to spend $2,000 so you can use that.
I don't know. This computer, the CPU it's when you have an 8-year-old CPU, even when you start like, using browse, like Firefox, like puts a significant strain on my CPU. Like I can't be doing too much. Basically, this is what I can do. I can broadcast a podcast.
That's what I do.
And I can broadcast Fall Guys. That's about where I am in terms of the broadcasting, I think. Anyway, whatever. Ty thinks he's going to inherit my old gaming PC if I get a new one. So he's been really pushing it.
Oh, he's been pushing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But it's ridiculous. This PC is bigger than him. It weighs more. It's not bigger, but it's comparable.
Where is he going to put it?
It's ridiculous.
He's going to live inside of it.
He could fit inside the case. I'm pretty sure. I think they weigh about the same. Also, in my stupid PC corner, I downloaded and played through the tutorial of Crusader Kings 3, which is a PC game, and it's on Game Pass.
Oh,
so
I didn't realize that.
I thought there was a separate Game Pass for PC, and you had to subscribe to that separately.
No,
if you're Ultimate, you have everything.
Yes,
I have everything. I knew I should be Ultimate. I knew I made a good choice. That was one of my good life choices when I jacked up the thing and got Ultimate for like 3 years or... You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so this game is really ambitious. It's trying to like go with the whole like Game of Thrones vibe where like you're a family of generations of families and you're building a kingdom. And all this intrigue happens and it's like, there's stress and the characters have problems, and if they get too stressed out, they drink. And it's done in a way that, like, I saw a review on IGN, got a 10 out of 10 on IGN, and the guy was like, "It's a masterpiece. the way that the characters develop a natural story, it's just like amazing. So I was like, fuck, I gotta download this. But the tutorial, it's so short, and this game is so involved. Like, it's just like you could do anything in this game. Tutorial just drops you off. It's like, okay, like it sort of teaches you like a few basic things. Then it's like, okay, declare war on this guy, and let's see how it goes. You do it, and they start fighting, and you're like, I don't even know. And then there's no more tutorial. Like, there's no more, not telling me anything. And I don't know what to do.
So this is a strategy game.
It's a strategy game, but there's like a story, and it's getting great reviews because of the way that it works the story and from the character. It's character-driven story. And like the one review said, he was like, when his son died in the game, he was like heartbroken, and like it made me like want to check it out. Like you're in the throne room and like people show up, but like it's so confusing, and the tutorial just drops you off. Like I didn't know what to do, and all these things start happening. Like, oh, but your wife is pregnant, and like, what are you gonna name? I'm like, oh, I don't. You want your
congratulations.
Thank you. Your child needs a ward. Like, I don't know anything. You didn't tell me about any of these things. I don't think I can play it anymore because I don't know what to do. But it seemed cool. And then the IGN review, like the guy, maybe don't have the guy who literally played 1,000 hours of Crusader Kings 2 do the video review of the game. It's like kind of skews the review. It's like somebody like me who's never played one of these games before. Like, it's not very accessible. And when you hear something called a masterpiece, you're like, I should play this no matter what. Like, don't you think?
I guess. But then again, on the flip side of that, you didn't pay anything, so who cares?
I paid with my time. I kept crashing.
Did you try playing it with your flight stick?
No, there's no controller. I don't know. I wish there was more tutorial or something. It seemed cool though. All right, let's move on. There's nothing in the CAG bag?
I thought there was. Did you delete it by accident?
I don't think so.
Sure.
No. Am I sure? No.
I could have swore there was something there like a second ago too.
I don't think so. It's possible that I didn't put anything in there.
Wow.
That's okay.
Did you ask people for questions on the internet today?
I don't know. Did I? I don't think there were any.
You said to join us tonight.
I did, yeah. I don't think there was
topics.
too much. People trust us to come up with the topics and come up with the questions and the answers, I feel.
What's his... I could never pronounce this name, but at Kwahetoma MTZ on Twitter has
Carlos,
to say,
just say Carlos.
Carlos. Did you all play some of the Game & Watch games? Are you hyped for the new one?
Yes.
So I guess the question is, have you ever played a Game & Watch game before?
Sure.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite Game & Watch game?
Yeah, the one with the stick figures and the dots that fly across the screen. And you
Come
move
on,
back
was
and
it
forth.
Cement Truck?
Cement Mixer?
I like
Mixer?
The one with the fireman.
The fire. Yep, there was the one where you had to catch the people from the burning building. That was a good one. I like the one where you had to spray.
I had the Donkey Kong with the folding one.
The folding Donkey Kong is a classic.
My dad brought that back from a business trip from somewhere in Asia.
It's better than a Mogwai.
Hong Kong, maybe.
Yeah. And I also had the boxing. Was my favorite one. That was the one with the paddles.
I never had any growing up. I was more of a Tiger kid.
Right. Tiger. Oh yeah, those
suck.
They're the same thing.
No, how dare you?
Right. I have a few around here still.
Right. Nobody wants to play any of those.
Head-to-head football was pretty good. Come on, head-to-head football. That's innovation. Multiplayer, local multiplayer, handheld game.
Head and football, handheld. What?
Head-to-head. You don't know head-to-head football?
No.
For real?
No.
Ship?
Yeah.
What? Mattel's head-to-head football? They sell it at Target. Still.
Oh, that one with the little light up things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you
I know
get the
what you're talking
touchdown.
about. I was thinking we were talking about modern LED games.
There's some anarchy going on in Wombat's house. I'm very
There is.
interested.
I have no idea what just happened.
There was a chicken got in there, I thought.
I couldn't tell what that was. First, I thought there was like.
Oh, there's a dog. I see a dog.
There's a dog behind me now.
Oh my god. At Mega Man, not at Mega Man, Mega Man 1421 in the chat asks how long we'll be running this charity drive. In case we want to continue donating, I think we'll run it through the whole month, and I'm going to do some game streams and other things. Try to get other people to do it too. It'll be fun, good times.
Apparently, my daughter was standing in the kitchen with the lights off, waiting for my wife to get in with the dog
To scare her.
and to scare her.
That's not good.
No,
I don't
and
like
she was
that.
laying down behind me.
I don't support that. I don't like to be scared.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Let's remind everybody to contribute to the Children's Tumor Foundation. You can go to ctf.org for more information. But you should donate through our Tilify link. That's in the, I don't know where else can you find the link besides the chat. I have to work on that. I'll work on that for next time. It'll be in the show thread. Well, for sure, it'll be in the show thread, so you can find it there. Remind everybody to go to harrys.com/CAG to redeem your trial offer today. Follow us on Twitter at GBD, at New Wombat, at Shipwreck, at Video Game Deals, especially if you're interested in potentially winning some potential Marvel Avengers prizes, which should be coming through hopefully, but who knows? Things fall through. I think. Oh, let's raid somebody. Who's here to raid? Wombat, you can wrap it up.
All right.
We're gonna raid Frank. We're gonna raid Frank Halley. You should watch it. It's funny. He's playing Tony Hawk, so everybody enjoy that.
Excellent. And the Bread Zone.